Chrissy, finally a farm girl, and I am joined tonight with this very special event with Becca of Sambry Stitches and Linda of StitchyLinda, who I've talked about, I don't know, about 1,000 times on my floss tubes, as well as Becca. I think that's all I say, Becca, 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 Linda. So anyways, we wanted to get together because obviously there is nothing but on Instagram, everybody heading out to the Nashville needlework market. And for the last, I don't know, Linda, about how many weeks have you been putting orders in?
Oh, ever since about the 8th of February.
Okay. I mean, this we all know has been coming. I think everybody's really happy that it's just actually going to physically take place. And it's just, I think Expo is wonderful, but I think this is just making everybody feel like a little piece of normalcy in the stitchy world. So we wanted to get together, the three of us, and we have different interests and different stitching likes, but at the same time, Becca and I have become really good friends. Linda and I are incredibly good friends, and even Linda and I stitch very different things. So we just thought it would be fun to get a perspective as to what our favorites were personally, and then maybe what we know that we've put in for a pre-order that we're all anxiously waiting for. And Linda is going to take maybe 2 minutes, tell us a little bit about herself, and then she's going to give us more of a shop's perspective, because she can explain what she does for my local needle shop, which is also her local needle shop, Brick City Cross Stitch. And I think that'll give maybe the viewers and even us a better look at what it takes to get all this put together so us stitchers have haul. So go for it, Linda.
Well, welcome. Thank you for having me. This is pretty new to me, so hopefully it'll be good. Gosh, I've been stitching since the late 70s, and I've always been a strong supporter of local needlework shops. In fact, Chrissy and I actually discovered just recently, a year or two ago, that we'd actually stitched together back in the 90s at a shop down in South Florida, so that was pretty cool. I have a friend that owned that shop, and then I have another friend that had owned a shop up in North Georgia. So I've always stayed really kind of close to the local needlework shops. And when we moved to Ocala, I was thrilled that we have a shop here. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It was just great, because back in the day, I was telling Becca, there were probably 10, 12 shops in Florida total. And
we have a lot.
I think we're down to maybe 3 or 4 now, and there's none in Georgia. So I've just always been a strong supporter of supporting that brick and mortar. I mean, like you, if you go to a shop, I just love to go in and look at the fabric and feel the fabric. And it's just so much nicer to have it there in person. So I guess I've always just been a strong supporter. And while I don't work at Brick City, I've always just kind of volunteered to help Jean out with social media, because she's kind of a one-person show. Even though she has different people working for her, she does it all. And being a shop owner is 24/7. I mean, you go home and you work, and Sundays, even though you're off, you work. So whatever I could do to probably take some stuff off of her where I could help increase sales and help all of us see new things that we want.
Right.
So I mean, that's just always been a goal, like I say, and I really love it. I mean, it is a lot of work, and kind of just to take you through the process. What happens is we start taking pre-orders as soon as the designers start sending out photos. We'll get a little bit of information, and we take pre-orders, and then what I do is I kind of put them together for Jean by designer, so that she actually has a sheet when she walks in that room. So she knows how many she needs. And she adds to it, because she knows if it looks like a lot of people like it, then maybe she wants to buy 10 or 12 more to bring back to the shop. There's an awful lot of people that still don't do social media that walk in the door at Brick City.
Right.
So she takes those sheets, and I think she told me today there were 130 vendors that she is going to be going into. And this is all in a matter of Friday night. It opens not until 4 o'clock. and it's there till 8. It's open Saturday, and I think it's open until Sunday at 3 o'clock. So she has a lot of places to hit in that short amount of time to go in and get all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Now you originally, like your part that gets so crazy is when the designer sites start sending emails,
yes,
which is what we see on Instagram if you do Instagram,
yes,
and then you put it in our Stitchy group.
yes, I put it in our Stitchy group. This year, we may make some changes to that for next year, but for this year, what we've done is we have a Facebook group that's very active,
Right.
and it's called Brick City Stitchers. And I post as many pictures as I can, and we'll take pre-orders from there. And it can be a handful.
I was gonna say.
And Facebook is not necessarily always the friendliest thing to work with. I try to put all the designers' pictures on one post so that they can see all the specific things. But it's a little difficult sometimes. I certainly am not a computer guru, and some of the designers will send it out in different formats. So I've got to try to figure out how to convert it from that format where I can post it in our Facebook group.
Right.
But I'll take the orders and again do them by designer. And so Jean's got all those sheets, and she's got a notebook, and she actually knows, she has a map of where the rooms are at market to make the best of her. So she takes that notebook and she goes around to those rooms, and she knows exactly how much time. In fact, she told me today, she says, in the hours that are allotted, she can spend 8 minutes in each room.
And
so
see,
that's a lot of time.
I think that there's for me, it's like I saw Yarn Tree posted and I'm like, oh, I wish I was with you, have a good time. And I think there's this probably a good misconception that it seems like you're all partying in each of the rooms and taking your time. And I don't think that's as much as that is what it really is.
No. And Jean has said that a lot of time, and that's why they ask for pre-orders, and that's a good thing. Jean gets a lot of pre-orders so that when she walks in, they may have her stuff all bagged up. Yeah. But when she takes those pre-orders, she allots for, I need maybe 10 more of those or 5 more of those or whatever. But then there's always going to be the shops like Blackbird. We don't get to see their stuff ahead of time. So she just kind of has to take a risk, whether she knows how much to get, and she knows her market. Her market is
is there anybody else like that, Becca, that you can think of that does that too, that holds off till the end? I know you're right. I mean, Blackbird has always, everybody knows that's a known thing, that they don't give you sneak peeks ever.
No, not that I know of, but you talking about the time in the rooms, that puts things into perspective.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got to get it. Like, I think I listened one time to Teresa Kitten Stitcher. I think one time she shared about her online store, and the last, when I was learning about Needlework Market, I YouTubed it and I could see the whole Nashville thing. And I think she said that like she bought 300 of the Blackbird book, Winds of Autumn. Maybe that was the one I saw. And she turned around, they were, she went back to her hotel room, posted them, and they were gone in an hour. And she had to go back and get another. I mean, like that, to me, that's just crazy.
Yeah. And there's a lot of market exclusives this year that you can only get at market. So I know Jean was a little concerned about a couple of them, because they don't always bring a tremendous amount of those. So, okay, which rooms do I get into first? What's the order of the rooms that I get into to make sure that I get what
like
everybody
a stampede.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about strategic planning is what it sounds like. So
that's exactly what it's about.
Not a whole lot of visiting.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, do you feel like compared to Expo or maybe the last market, do you feel like sales are up?
Oh, definitely.
Do you think people are really pumped about this?
Yeah, it's funny because Steph at Keepsakes and I kind of message back and forth, because she takes care of all of their online ordering and she actually works there. And we've kind of compared notes for the last couple of years. And we messaged back and forth the other day, and she said, this is going to be bigger than what we were. And I said, yeah, I think we are too.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, I didn't really have our numbers. And I was telling Becca earlier, I said, you know, we have a goal. You know, I mean, I'd like to see us do better and better each year.
Yeah.
And so, you know, back in 2019, when I guess it was probably the largest one, because 2020 was right before COVID. So I don't think it was as much as 2019. But for this year, we've almost doubled what we did in 2019.
Wow. I think it might be a stellar year. Good for them. Good for them. Good for these designers, because we're going to talk about, obviously, our personal favorites, which have nothing to do with anybody else's opinions. But, you know, again, just because my budget only supports so many, it doesn't mean I wouldn't have grabbed on to 20 more. And how amazing these designers are. They give us this gamut of from simplistic, you know, Easter small or something, and jelly, you know, to the grandest of samplers, or these portraits, like I was talking about Queenstown samplers. I watched a lot of their comments on that one, and it's one of those where there's tons of confetti stitching, and I'm drawn to that one, but at the same time in my head I'm like, yo, when would you do that? But just to have it. Somebody put so much work in that. But anyways, well, Becca, how do we want to start?
Well, can I say one other thing?
Oh, heck yeah.
One other thing that I think I saw this year compared to year in the past is it seems like a lot of the designers have a lot more designs this year. Yeah. And I think that's probably part of, you know, how much more we're doing. I mean, sometimes I remember at market, you'd have 1 or 2 or maybe 3 things, and we've got some of the designers with 5, 6, and 7 different designs. So that's been great.
So maybe I wonder if Expo helped them to feel like they could create more variety, like smalls and bigs, and maybe they're, like you're saying, I get it, because how was I supposed to pick like Teresa Kogut? Okay, I'll take them all. How are you supposed to pick? And that, I think that's what you're saying, as opposed to 1 or 2, that part made it very difficult.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and with them not being exclusives, you know, they're going to be in shops, so we can get them, you know, later too. That's what I'm trying to justify.
I have to remind myself, reality is, Chris, that you'll still be able to get these.
That's right. That's right.
But there's just something about a bag of market stuff, or you know, anything. But anyway, so.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Teresa Kogut, because I pre-ordered 2 of hers at least.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the one that I think is my overall favorite, that I think is a huge thing for everybody, is the Let Love Reign.
That is the only one that I pre-ordered from her, and that is I put down that as my favorite original sampler.
Mine,
since she designed it. I don't know if people. I guess if maybe for those that don't do samplers, or maybe it's not in their wheelhouse, but they have an original sampler is something that the designer created themselves, and then an antique reproduction that kind of makes sense. But at first I didn't understand the difference when I was a newbie. I'm like, what are you talking about? And now I get it, you know. So you know, Teresa Kogut, those samplers, you know, they're all something she designed. And that one, Let Love Reign, there is something in those colors. I think I have it. That, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I actually do too, because it was one of our top designs.
I wouldn't about that.
and the thing about it is that I think it's like 3 different. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, that's good.
But this is you know, it's 3 designs in this one book. So
yes,
that's really nice.
And I watched her, I don't know, did y'all watch her floss tube on her?
Yep.
Yeah,
What she
and
did
I
with
think
the
she
broom.
explains that.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
it's so funny because did you end up, Linda, pre-ordering it too for you or no?
I did not.
I
But
mean,
I did get one of her other ones though. I like
Did
the
ya?
flurry.
Yes. I
Oh,
mean, I liked them all, but those, the Let Love Reigns, the blue,
I know.
just the
Me and my
easy
blue.
on the eye, the blues and the tans. Wow.
Yeah.
That's one
Yeah.
actually that my older daughter who stitches, she also wants to stitch that. So she's
Really?
for her, I'll stitch it for me and then give it to my younger daughter. So there'll be 2 copies in the world.
Yeah, that's
But
you know how I
know-
roll. That is how I roll. Yeah.
You know, have you ever done a Teresa Kogut?
Me, no.
Me
I have.
either. So that sounds like what? That sounds like a
Sal. Yeah.
And I'll jump on that. I've done Teresa Kogut, but
You know what's so funny is I originally had got one of her Halloween one time and I didn't know it was full coverage. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
came in the mail. It was like that parade one with all
yeah,
the characters, and now she's released them separately. But man, I got that in the mail and my eyes bugged out. Like I could have just taken the sky off it, but I wasn't thinking the way I think as a stitcher now, where it's like, oh, well, just don't stitch the background, you know, or just stitch. So that's the one thing about that Let Love Reigns. There are even portions of that you can stitch,
Oh, sure.
not as the whole sampler, but man, I gotta say, of all of the ones that took my breath away, that one really,
Yep.
that one did it.
yep,
So,
100%.
all right.
Yeah,
And that is how a Sal is born.
That's right. And we should
do a
know.
lot of Sal. So.
That's right. That's right.
What's another one that's your favorite?
You want to talk? I'll tell you my other one that just like, I was like, I can't get it fast enough. I don't know when I'll start it, but is The Witch Next Door, Primrose
Oh.
Cottage.
Yeah.
One's cute,
Okay.
yeah.
And I know you love her stuff, you know, Becca, but I love that it's this witch in her daily life, almost like with a farmhouse. And let me see if I have the picture. But I think Primrose Cottage, I think she did a fantastic job on that one. There you go. Hold on one second.
And she actually, I think, was probably one of our top designers as far as number of requests for charts. All of her stuff. Yeah, that one is so cute.
Oh, that one is cute. Yeah.
It is adorable. I mean,
Yep.
she's got her laundry line, and I just love the farmhouse. And I love how she's got quilt blocks on the top, the swag, just like she's this, I don't know, it's like she's just this little country witch. So yeah, that one, if you said let's stitch it as soon as it gets here, I'd be like, okay, I'm in, let's go.
Let's go.
So that was it for me for Halloween. I just absolutely fell in love with that. So
I grabbed any Halloween, but I haven't pre-ordered it, and I know we've talked about this. It's probably going to be another Sal, but if we're on holidays, is that
Oh,
yes.
yes. Yes.
We all jumped on that. That is
Yeah.
Chamber of Commerce by Susan Hillis,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
North Pole Express.
North Pole Express.
North Pole Express.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think she's calling it North Pole Express.
okay?
Okay. And I think, I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. I think Becca and I already discussed possibly shortening our version
Yep.
to remove just to here.
Yes.
So
Yep.
it gives you this nice stopping point, and we would just take off the reindeer because we still got a lot of Christmas gingerbread stuff going on in our world. But I mean, how this has gingerbread in it, so
Mhm.
it qualified for our, project bags.
Yep.
So now, what was your favorite Christmas, Linda?
I didn't really have a favorite Christmas. I'm trying to think of some of the stuff on here that was Christmas. I didn't really have a favorite Christmas.
Mhm. I'll tell you my all-time favorite Christmas, all time. You guys both knew it. Can you guess it?
Oh yeah, I know what it is.
I'm not sure.
It's, you want me to say I know?
You told me mouse capades.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I figured. I sent
Yeah.
that.
I knew that.
Yeah. I
cute.
mean, and it, it's one of those that I don't care if I do stitch it right away. I just had to have it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just too cute. And this one, you get the first two. So this is Misty Purcell, correct? Luminous
Yes,
Fiber
Luminous
Arts
Fiber
did
Arts,
this,
yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
And the first two are released at market, and then they'll continue. So,
yeah.
but I mean, I love a good mouse. So,
Yep. I think I
was
did a
that
lot
an
of
animal?
bigger pieces more so. Did you say animal?
No, I thought an animal just walked by me, but I see I got
You've
one
got a
there,
kitty
but
there and dog.
dogs chewing on
You've got them
bone.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Let's see what.
Yeah. So those were the only two Christmas that I jumped on, was the Susan Hillis and the Luminous Fiber Arts, the mouse capades.
Yeah.
So now you do samplers, Becca. Some really nice ones. Did you have a favorite reproduction sampler?
So I did. I didn't pre-order this one, but it is one of my favorites that I'll probably grab at some point. And I don't know if I actually saved this one though, but it was the one by Fox and Rabbit, the Hannah
Ooh.
Dawson 1831
Okay.
Fox and Rabbit. But I don't see that I saved that picture. So, but
They had I think they were going to have three, or they backed off one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
I think
happened.
I posted maybe 3, if I remember.
Yeah. I think she was stitching one model. The others were done, and she just was like, I'm not going to rush this.
yeah.
So I think they have 3, like you said. Now it's so funny. My favorite is not the one that I actually pre-ordered, because like you said, a lot of them came out later. And I think I learned something every year. Brenda Gervais stuff did not come out until
recently.
I'd already kind of filled my my cart. But my favorite reproduction sampler was Elizabeth Hunt by Brenda Gervais. So that's 1845. And that was a young girl who I think was 7. And that was the border is really unique. So that one was nice. But the one that I ended up getting was, which it's because I already knew who I would stitch it in honor of for my dad. And it was, I Had a Father Kind and True, Alice Clark, 1844. And that is, who's that by, Linda?
A Cross Stitch Antiques.
Okay, that's what I thought. But I'm a little worried it's got over one, but we'll cross that bridge when it gets here. But I really liked the saying, and I thought how neat to have one that's geared towards male. You don't find a lot of those, and especially your dad, or so I like that. So I Had a Father Kind and True, and I'm kind of excited about that. And again, it's more for collection than anything I'm going to jump on and stitch immediately for sure. But I pre-ordered that one.
Well,
all right.
I would say that my favorite, and it actually happened to be the most ordered at the shop, was Brenda Gervais' Seasons of the Heart. And I don't know if I'm getting this up.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, you are. Did you pre-order that too?
I pre-ordered it, and actually it's going to be a sale at Brick City starting April 1st.
Okay.
So we're going to have that as a sale. I love it. It looks like she stitched it on 40 count. I may do my 25 count 1/1, but we'll see.
Yeah. My problem was I liked the 4th of July, like the summer one and the Christmas one. I wasn't sure about each, I mean, I love them all. But
I see what you're saying.
The neat thing about it is, do you see the little border? Yeah, those are good. Do you see the little thing that says autumn? I guess it's going to be included in the booklet. So you can actually somehow attach it to the pillow. I read a little bit about it, but I didn't read it all. Yeah,
I think.
I think eventually I will have them, because I love the summer one. But I kept telling myself, man, I got a lot of little house needleworks, little houses to get going on. But her stuff is always so good.
Yeah.
but I know you and your houses.
Yeah.
Linda's all about the
Yeah.
houses.
It's all about houses.
Right. Did you find a fall one, Linda? Because Linda stitches fall versus Halloween.
Yeah.
So, like, did you
But
see one that?
not really. I like the fall in that one, so I would
Yeah.
probably do that, but I don't remember any fall ones. I actually didn't have a lot on my pre-order list.
Right.
And maybe it's because I know I'm going to be at the shop all the time. Oh, I saw that
Yeah,
one. That's
that's
the only one that
the
I really
that's
saw
turkey,
that's like
the
fall.
turkey.
yeah. There was one with acorns. It was like a brown work type acorn.
Vintage acorns. Jeanette Douglas did do a vintage acorn. I think it was Jeanette Douglas. I might be wrong, but I think it was.
I think you're right.
And she actually had another one that everybody loved. I was going to show that one too. I thought I had to even order.
I think we do have to stitch that turkey one for our box. It's just a nice small. So we probably eventually are going to need to get that turkey.
That one's
Well,
on, so that one's on my list. I just didn't pre-order
Yes.
that one.
Yeah, that's what me neither.
Yeah.
But I think we definitely, by time Thanksgiving gets here, probably gonna need it.
Well, I guess I don't have it. I thought I had the Erica Michaels that everybody really loved. She had a really beautiful design, and I can't remember.
You're not talking the patriotic one, are you?
No.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I have the patriotic one, the Liberty Games.
Yes.
Oh,
that is, as far as if we want to cover favorite patriotic. Yeah, I got the same one, and that one went on my pre-order list.
Games.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
You want to know what I think is so great about this one? I think like right off the bat, it was like, yeah, I'm getting that one. That's a for sure because it's different.
Yeah.
It's so unique and it's so different. And I mean, it covers history. It's not just 4th of July. It's not just patriot. It's history. And you know me. So I love that. And, you know, so this was, I would say, even though I'm a little partial to, that's why I broke down patriotic versus history.
Yep.
So, you know, obviously I had stitched the Lady Liberty for Twin Peak Primitive. So it's kind of hard to not be, yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of, yeah, I was like, and I mean, I'm excited because I just finished the 3rd because that one turns into, the twins turned that into the trilogy. So there's 2 more that aftermarket will go out. And we were worried that the frame that they had with the way that everything is with, I guess, COVID and supplies and I needed to keep the frames the same, obviously. And so this last one, we were really worried. So we pre-ordered the frame before I finished the stitching. Ooh. And the guy ordered, like I took the measurements and the guy did it for me and we felt like we were good. And when I got it, it was not my typical guy. And luckily, he called me up when I dropped it off and he's like, I'm covering 2 of your stitches all the way around. He goes, I know you can't have it. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I can't, that's a model. And so it's not something I can fudge with for me. And so he's like, I'm treating you right. He goes, I'm reordering it. So I'm like, okay. So I had to, otherwise I would have it by now. But yeah, so a little partial to Lady Liberty, but I put her more into a historical category because I think, like I've said on my flash, I just think that that's something people could pull out on 9/11 and stitch to commemorate it. Yeah, I think it covers more than just patriotic.
Yeah,
so
I put it under my historical one too. That was my favorite. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I had a lot of patriotic favorites though. I think because, you know, patriotic's a huge favorite of mine for stitching. So like there's the Plum Street.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like you can't go wrong with that one.
No. And that beautiful house. I mean, I loved a lot of the Plum Street ones too. I believe, like if you said favorite designer, it would be hard for me to, I'd be putting Teresa Kogut in there with Plum Street with what she put out. Those were some, there wasn't a house like the pink one Love Dwells, or what was that
Yeah,
one?
love lives here or love
Love
dwells. I
Dwells
know what you're
Here.
talking about.
That was, I mean, her houses were so good, really, really good. So I just felt like her designs were, I mean, they were classic Plum Street. So, but at the same time, yeah, that one with the eagle was good.
Yeah, that one I love. Then
You want to know the one that for me was the strangest? And Linda, I'm sure Linda, when I put "me please" underneath it on the list, was like, "What the heck?" You seriously, I is the are they also in your kitchen?
I know. I saw your name under that and I went, did I look at that right?
I'm not sure I know what that one is.
It's by Nitka, and I've
Yes.
never heard of her.
I guess it's a new designer that is going to be in with Ori TM.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And she only had maybe 1 or 2 designs. And
yeah,
I saw Chrissy's name and went,
It's basically, my family has a lot of a Swedish background.
Oh.
And my second cousins, and her name is Lorna. They celebrate, the red horse. Oh dang, I can't think, the dollar horse, the red one with sometimes they're red, sometimes they're green, but they're like the little wooden horses.
Oh,
I think it's a dollar horse, isn't it?
I don't know.
Anyways, it's of Swedish type, and it's kitchen and coffee and like baskets, and it's got all these little like elf guys, but you can tell it's of Swedish orient maybe. But I thought it would be a good gift for her if I promised one day I would make her an ornament, and I thought, there it is. There's the horse. I'll just pull it. So I'm like, I had to. I'm like, Linda's thinking I flipped my lid. So I'm gonna let you know what, it's always interesting to find out like what's her pattern. I'm excited to see like what's the pattern like.
Yep.
Is it easy to read? It's always great. So I thought, why not? But it's got a cute little coffee pot and everything else. So we'll see. But it's for a gift. And we'll see. But yeah, that was one that I thought, what in the heck? But
I just remembered there was a holiday or a seasonal one that I did like, and I think I sent it to Christy, and I didn't even get to post it because it came late, but it was a Stacy Nash, and it was a Mary Mary pillow, and you may remember it. I don't have it on my phone. I didn't get to post it, but I loved it. So that did go on my pre-order list.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I learned anything this time around, I think it's going to be, I can always go back and me please.
Right.
Later.
Yeah.
I mean, the shops, from what I saw, the shops all seem to give a deadline. Pam, Steph did, everywhere they seem to give you that deadline. And as long as I can go through it then, because I don't want to say I missed out. I didn't miss out at all. They're going to be there, but it was just one of those things that, some of those bigger designers seem to bring it out at the end, which made it even more exciting. But
yeah.
Wow. Now I liked, and I wasn't sure if Becca, if you got it, is one of the other patriotic ones is I wanted to try a banner. So it was red, she said.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
And it's
hands-on design.
Yes. And I know this is like confession time. I've never stitched a hands-on design ever.
Oh, wow.
Have you? Yeah, ever.
Yeah, I've stitched a couple of models for the shop. Yeah.
Did you? I mean, and I really like her stuff, but I've just never I know I have the patterns, but it's really pretty because it's kind of samplerish.
Mm-hmm.
But my question was, when I get it, is like, I've never done a banner. Can you actually stitch it as one? Okay. That's what I thought.
I don't know that, but she does have a floss tube where she does go over how she made those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd want to stitch it all in one, because I mean they're triangle shaped, so
they're kind of triangular.
Yeah, right. They would be pointy. But
see, I think that you can't stitch it alone. I mean, you could stitch the inside by itself and make an ornament, but I think if I dropped them down in a square,
Together.
I think they might connect.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna find out. If not, this is not a finishing project. I will finish. I will let someone else do that for me. But I really liked that one because I love red and I thought that was different. So, but anyways,
So
I'm excited.
If we're still on patriotic, Deanna is a good friend of mine and I'm a huge fan of Cherry Hill Stitchery patterns.
Oh yeah.
I'm so happy that she started selling, physical patterns to shops. So I just wanted to showcase hers just because they're amazing. So there's Land That I Love.
Yes.
And hers stitch up so quickly. And then this is the other one, Home of the Brave.
I think I want to do the first one. I saw those two, and I think they're great fillers.
Yep.
Because if I stitch on third two, I don't know what she calls for. Usually,
I don't remember
she
what she usually calls for. I just
two?
stitch on Ada. So
yeah. So I think if I can, I think it'd be great if I could stitch that one tinier than I normally do, or something. So you could lay it in the bowl, and then it's Land That I Love, and I think then you can pick whatever color you want, red, white, and blue, that you've got going on with your other patriotic pieces or houses. So
I love her designs. I've stitched a few when she was just on Etsy, and I was so happy to see her go into print. So yeah.
I'm so excited for her.
Yeah.
I stitched almost a good chunk of her patterns. I try to do one a month, and I love them.
I did want the one at Christmas, and they're nice patterns.
One, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She does. They're nice patterns to read off of, and that's my favorite part. Yeah. So, and she's got some. To me, I feel like they could just go in any home. Yeah. I don't think they're geared towards one, modern versus country versus anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're traditional, which is nice.
A lot of her patterns can go with any decor, which is awesome.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. So
yeah. So what else did you pre-order, Linda?
Oh, well, actually, I pre-ordered, and I know Chrissy did too, but I don't have any pictures because, again, these came in late, was a couple of the shepherd's bush.
Oh.
I got the picture of the one.
Yeah, I sent it to you, but I didn't post it. Oh, you do have a picture of the one? Okay, good. But I ordered, she had a little pin keep kind of tin, and my friend Diane and I don't think it was Diane, actually Anne, and I ordered that. I'm a big shepherd's bush fan from way back. I guess maybe I'm more of a collector. I mean, I've stitched a bunch, but I collect a lot too.
That's how we ended up. We were in a class together when Shepherd's Bush was doing some of their kits and their pulled threads and all that. So my mom's like, we got to take these classes. So we bought the kits, and she was in the class, and I was young, and I was probably 28 years old. So.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't remember Chrissy, but I remembered her mom. Yeah. And it was my first piece on linen. I'll never forget that. Mm-hmm. It was a class that it taught you how to stitch on linen. So.
This is the one that I grabbed that is kind of patriotic. It's
I saw that.
It's called To Be Free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I haven't done a shepherd's bush in forever, so I'm kind of excited about it.
I haven't either, but I pulled out a few the other day when I was going through my stash for something, and I went, "Oh, I need to do this."
Now, will they be at market?
Yes, they are at market.
Okay.
Yeah,
so even though it came out later, they're still going to be there.
No, I gave Jean a pre-order sheet for them.
Yeah. Okay. The tins were cute too.
Yeah,
that was a cute idea. Now, my favorite fall was still Manny Dodonna. I loved her, the sewing box, they call it the Cape Cod 1620 sewing box.
Yeah.
I still give her huge kudos for taking, Pilgrims and Mayflower and putting it all together like that in one of those, boxes, but
Well,
anyways.
that's what convinced us to do our pair of pilgrims that we stitched last year, remember? Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was unique.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of stitchy stuff did you pre-order anything that was themed for stitchy stuff?
I pre-ordered it. Now, this was another big popular one, and this was the stitchy. When I think of stitching,
Yeah.
did you? Okay.
Yeah.
It was pretty popular. There's a lot of people that ordered it, so it was kind of a stitchy related thing.
Who did that one?
This was Poutini.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then a really big one that everybody loved, and again, it was somebody you mentioned. Well, this is Pickle Barrel.
Yeah.
And this is the cross stitch to-do list. This was a lot of people really liked this one. Yeah. A lot of bright colors. And again, such a variety we have of stitchers.
Yeah.
At Brick City, you have your Brenda Gervais, and then you have Pickle Barrel, and you have, so it's great to see it all over the board.
That's really cute, but I would have to change out some colors in my house.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
And then there's this one. This I think is Scarlet House.
Oh, Needful. Yes.
Yeah. This is the one that I really want. I didn't pre-order it, but I think I may be emailing Janine. I know she's a hard to be like, just add these because this is
just
amazing.
add it.
Yeah,
that's cute. Is that Erica Michaels?
This is Erica Michaels. Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's another stitchy related thing that everybody seemed to really like.
Yeah.
Yes. And I pre-ordered the Keeper of the Pins.
Oh,
Brenda Gervais. Yeah. But I actually love the one you showed, Becca, and I think that I feel like I gotta have both.
Yeah, I need
because they're both so good. Yeah.
Which one?
The Scarlet House, the Needful.
Oh, that one. Needful. Yes.
Oops.
Let's see.
That one.
Yes.
And I'm just kind of wondering. I'm kind of wondering if you hold them up there together, like, could you mix them? Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I mean, because that one's got yours, the Needfuls has the sewing machine. It's got the feather weight. And so I think, and then I like the ones where she did the, like almost like the Quaker quilt block looking ones. I like
the
those.
vintage buttons because I have some mother of pearl buttons that I got when I went antiquing with
That would be nice.
And then so I'll do that.
That'd be cute.
I think when I did my pre-orders, I ordered bigger patterns. I didn't pre-order any smalls because I figured the smalls will kind of, I don't know, they'll be there. But I pre-ordered this one that I wanted to show. This is Rosewood.
I was just getting ready to say that is so gorgeous. So
stunning.
Yeah,
it's stunning. Yeah.
I think
who's the designer on that?
Rosewood Manor.
Rosewood Manor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Jean, our shop owner, she's been really pining for that one. I have a feeling she's going to be starting that one.
Yeah.
So pretty.
It was hard to not grab that one because it's just, again, it's just takes your breath away.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, why do we always fall in love with the big ones?
I don't know. Speaking of, this was the other one I pre-ordered, Leela's Studio.
Yes.
But what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to leave the words off. It says, no matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow. If I leave the words off, I mean, it might be something I could leave out all year long with the words off.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or you could chart something else for underneath it. You could do Home Sweet Home. You could do maybe something else.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. I don't know. I look at like the Quakers and stuff.
I have another stitchy one that I kind of wished I would have jumped on, but I can always get it later. Yeah. And that's Jeanette Douglas's Matter in Hand.
That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's got many cute motifs and stuff on it.
And you know what? Like that's what I was thinking too, because those scissors are what got me really cute. But that was a good one.
Yeah.
I have to add to my list.
Right?
I'm so broke. I keep telling myself I can wait, but then I want them all now, and it's not like I'm gonna start them all now, but
it's kind of like you don't want to sell anything you have, but it's like this addiction. You're like, what can I sell? What can I sell to add some more?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I just did is I just destashed a
I
bunch of
saw you. Yeah.
fabric that I had because I was like, okay, so I destashed this so I can, pay for market.
I was totally watching, hoping that, knowing that you've tried even weave and other things. So I'm like, she's gonna sell some 28 and I'm gonna buy it.
No.
You never posted.
Because I don't have any. I only have 36 count even weave for when we do like the plum streets.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna do because they have the over one. I'm gonna do them on 36, but yeah, no, I don't have.
I was waiting though. I'm like,
Well,
I'll take it off your hand, girlfriend.
I'm surprised.
I'll show another Teresa Kogut that everybody seemed to love.
I like
Yes.
that one.
It has 9 designs in it. I mean,
Yeah,
I love that house. And no, I
too.
don't pre-order it, but it'll
And
be
you know
there.
what?
that one.
I remember thinking for Valentine's Day, like sometimes Valentine, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, Valentine's I struggle with liking patterns.
I don't.
And her couples under the heart, I'm constantly thinking, ooh, I could do that on a small pillow for Valentine's Day. And
That would work.
slowly, because I wasn't going to put anything out for Valentine's Day. And then all of a sudden I ended up inheriting a lot of my mom's stuff. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm doing Valentine's Day. And she had stitched a few. And so now I don't mind, once a year I'd like to add something, but she's got cute people too. She really does.
Yeah.
I really liked Gather. I did pre-order Gather.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
For the top piece, this piece is what I want to stitch. So I did pre-order that one.
I guess we're gonna have. Maybe we could just have a Teresa Kogut Sal, and we can each pick one.
Yeah, I'm still in love with her. What was it called? Cotswold?
Oh yeah, Cotswold. Yeah, I know.
I like that.
This one's kind of that would be like a nice companion piece to this one. They could go together for sure.
So did you have I know this is a funny category, but I always did you have a favorite animal? Like I know Becca loves wilderness and all of that. So did you?
Did I save it? There's an eagle by
Primitive Hair.
Yes, but I don't know if I saved it. But I did see that one, and I thought that I did, and I don't see it in my market thing.
That was my favorite. Historical. My favorite historical besides like Lady Liberty was Primitive Hair and Anne Frank.
Oh, that's
this one.
But yes, Primitive Hair. That eagle was
I did not.
You gotta.
I don't know if I'll stitch that.
I totally was like, she's got to stitch it.
Yeah.
And I also thought, if we're talking about eagles, I've never done. Every year I like to try to do something. Like last year I did the drum. This year I'm determined we're gonna do a strawberry. And I got an Erica Michaels Christmas strawberry.
Right.
So I want to try a strawberry, but I fell in love with hands-on design. F is for flag.
Yeah.
And I ordered the pins, and so I won't be doing the finishing, but I love this. So
I saw
Becca,
that.
you might want to sell. Let's do this one.
I saw it where she showed it flat.
Yes, long one. Yes.
Finish it as a block party. You can finish it flat, and I'm like, I would.
So skinny.
Yeah, like I would totally like the the Lizzie Kate strings that everybody stitches. This is the same concept. So
maybe I could
and then
maybe I could take down my wooden sign, because I put a wooden sign like Betsy Russell, take it down and put that skinny. It needs something skinny up there. That would work.
Yeah. So
I got the pins. I just thought that was. Of course, I love the fabric that she's got it on, which almost seems like my mushroom or my summer khaki. All the reds show up good, but well, let me know if you're gonna want to join in on that one, because
it's gonna keep adding my list.
Yeah.
So I'm not because you're on a hands-on design kick.
Yeah.
I never finished the first season of the Year of Celebrations, but these ones I fell in love with.
Oh, very cute.
Yeah, they're cute. I don't know, like I didn't pre-order it or anything, but it is on my list of possibly getting, because I love this one
They
more than I love
revamped
season one.
those.
Yeah.
Did you watch their floss tube too?
Not today, no.
Her and her husband, Hands On Design, they did a market release floss tube, and they're always, I love their floss tubes because they usually are cooking something at the same time. But they were sharing the story of the seasons 1 that they did forever ago for a
Yeah.
magazine, I believe, and they revamped it. So they were really cute. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was a good floss tube to watch too, to kind of learn the history of it. And, she's like, there's small changes, but, they're still the same, but not. But I'm ready. Bring our bags home.
We didn't show this one, Scarlet House, Colonial Blooms. There's that one too.
You ordered that one?
And what a difference in the color of the fabric.
Right?
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm more drawn to the lighter one, but the darker one.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
What's so funny with that one? Not with that one, but like Liz Matthews, Hello from Liz Matthews. My favorite that she did was her spring one with the bunny in the front.
Yeah.
I thought he was adorable. I didn't even care about the rest of it. Like that bunny was so sweet. And I'm not a huge bunny person, but I mean, he was really cute. So, there's artists, there's no way we could cover every artist there is.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. True.
I mean, Kathy Barrick, when they did theirs together, her and Liz.
Video. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good to watch the designers' floss tubes because you get to see the finished product, which is always better than the picture anyways. And her Lion and the Lamb one that she had, I mean, in this year, I just think we're getting this huge variety because she included a small with almost each of her big. So the Lion and the Lamb, she also included, so you could just make the Lion and the Lamb in a small. Yeah. And I think Liz did the same thing on a couple of them. If you want to take out the words, I mean, I think that's one of my favorite things lately is I think the designers are actually giving us options within the pattern, and they know that now. And Teresa, like you said, you're getting like 6 patterns.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But
I'm excited.
One last one that I fell in love with, that bird.
Yeah.
Tessie and Me, the bird and the bee. That bird is just adorable.
And it's still a sampler. Gotta love
that. Yeah. So yeah, that would fall into my sampler. Yeah. I probably will grab that one for sure. But
so do we have, as far as Brick City cross stitch goes, do you have a top seller?
Well, it actually was that Brenda Gervais Seasons of the Heart.
Okay.
We did, I mean, that one was just, we got blown away by that one. And, and again, we announced that we were going to do a sale. So we had a lot of people jump on board too.
Right.
That. So,
what's fun about that sale that I liked, even though I didn't do it, but I know I'll still do it when it comes around to it, is I like the fact that she's got 4 houses.
Yes, you can take your pick.
You pick which one you want.
Exactly.
So I can participate in the sale, and I can pick the summer one if I want to. I can do the patriotic or whatever. So
and we've done that before. Last year we had a sale for any of the Celebrate, Madame Chantilly Celebrates. Yeah. So you can pick whichever one you want to do. Now they were big. And we've done a lot of big sales. So we were trying to find some smaller stuff to do in a variety so people could just jump in. It's a lot of fun. One of our big sellers, in fact, a couple of them was Primrose Cottage again. It was just,
yeah.
her designs are so cute. And we have so many people out there that are bee people. So this was.
Is it Fox and Rabbit? Will she release? I didn't see it. I think, did she release another bug? Did I miss that?
I don't know.
Anything
Remember how every year she designs
like the big piece and the small piece?
Yeah. I
don't
didn't
know.
see that. Me neither.
I guess one last thing for us was the only blackbird we saw, which was What Remains Is Love, which is not really a new design, but it's a re-release. So a lot of people jumped on that.
I noticed that right away too.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to see what they have at market.
Well, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I think it is.
I'm ready.
Done a lot of enabling tonight too, but other and everybody else.
Yeah, just amongst those three. I don't know, I got like 9 sales going. I got it.
A lot,
but yeah, it'll be fun. So I know most shop owners, they got to have a little time when they get back to get it all together.
Yeah.
But it's been exciting. I mean, that's all I saw today was everybody flying everywhere, and it was nice to see that Hands Across the Sea, you know, they had to have their their negative COVID test.
I saw her post. Yeah.
That's great.
So,
yeah.
1 year we need to find our way there 1 year. I don't know how we can do that. But
just attach ourselves to somebody going and buying something. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, this was
all right.
Fun.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
And thank you for inviting me. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
It's nice to have all different perspectives. I knew when you're seeing them scroll through, you're either thinking, I love that, or ooh, Linda's gonna love that, or oh my gosh, Becca's gonna need the eagle. And I'm shopping for everybody. Yeah. And then I knew when that mouse one came, both of you sent it to me you know you're gonna get this.
Yeah.
Already done.
Yeah, the Instagram pictures were flying.
Yes, exactly.
So much fun to enable. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have a busy stitchy year.
Yep, we will. So, all right. Thanks, ladies. I'm so glad we could get together.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Everybody enjoyed this, and that you added to your list of what you want from the market. Go check out your local needlework shops. If you don't have any, you can adopt Brick City. You can adopt mine, Acorns and Threads. There's tons of them out there, but
that's right. Just support a local
patterns
shop.
Up.
That's right.
All right. Bye.
Bye, ladies.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.